Stage 1. Drawing the foundation. If you want to learn more about drawing Wildstyle Graffiti letters, check out my other video. Before starting this piece, it helps to look at different letter fonts online. A basic letter structure can become the foundation for building your own Wildstyle design. The job of the graffiti artist is to take basic structure and transform it into something with movement, personality, and style. For this tutorial, I will be drawing the name Teresa, spelled T-E-R-E-S-A. Start by drawing the letters lightly. The flow I am creating here is fairly straightforward, but as the piece develops, notice how I began bending, twisting, and connecting the letters together. Pay close attention to how the letters interact with each other. You can study and practice my approach if it helps you understand the process, but as you continue developing your skills, the goal is to create your own style. Study other graffiti artists and look at the way they design, connect, and stretch and transform the letters. Don't just copy what you see. Use as inspiration to help you discover your own approach. Once you are satisfied with the foundation, we can move on to the next stage. For this tutorial, I will be using only pencil, and later I will also show you how I draw the female graffiti character. What's up, YouTube and graffiti artists? My name is Louis Ling Chong. Welcome to my channel. Let's get started to stage 2. Stage 2, drawing extensions and add-ons and extra details. Now we are getting into the part where the letters begin to develop more Wildstyle personality. I will start with the letter T. First, I build up the top and then I work into the middle of the letter. From there, I lightly sketch an extension and continue working toward the bottom. When I get there, I will add a couple of arrows and pointing to the right. Arrows are useful because they can correct the movement and help direct the viewer's eye to the piece. Next, we move to the first E. At the top, I add an arrow that follows the rounded shape of the letter. Notice how the extension works the existing structure instead of fighting against it. Between the T and the E, I saw some negative space, so I added a dragon tail shape to fill that area. In Wildstyle, negative space can become an opportunity to add small details, arrows, extensions, and other elements. Now we move into the letter R. At the top, I create a break off to give the letter a different look. I also see a negative space around the letter, so I add an extension that moves toward and develops into a long arrow. At the bottom, that arrow moves toward the right and helps to guide the eye toward the next E. For the second E, I give it a different design from the first one. I work through the middle and finish with another arrow at the bottom, continuing the movement toward the right. Notice that I vary the size and shape of the arrows. Using different sizes can add shape of the arrows. Using different sizes can add variety and keep designs from looking too repetitive. Next is the letter S. I build up at a small arrow and continue the movement toward beside it. I also add a few smaller details and finish with another arrow. You may notice that I like using arrows throughout my letters, but I don't have to use them on every letter. That is simply a part of my personal approach. Also, you don't have to fill every negative space with details. Sometimes you can stretch or extend part of the letter into an open area instead. Look for ways to connect the letters and use the empty space to support the overall composition. Finally, we arrive at the letter A. In the middle of the A, I create a glitch effect and breaking part of the letter into small pieces. That's simply a stylistic choice. Then I add an arrow through the middle and begin developing larger extensions behind the letter. Note that the T and the A have larger extensions. This helps create balance across the entire artwork and gives the composition a stronger overall structure. Stage 3, drawing the perspective. Now it's time to give the piece some depth by creating the block letters. To create three-dimensional effect, I will be using perspective drawing. First, I place a vanishing point toward the corners and edges of the letters. I lightly draw perspective lines until the entire name is connected to that vanishing point. After that, I decide how thick I want the block letters to be and begin to building the three-dimensional structure. The technique I'm using is one-point perspective. The viewpoint is similar to a bird's eye view looking down onto the name. Once the perspective is in place, we can move into the next stage. Stage 4, drawing the outlines for the letters. At this point, the foundation, extension, and perspective are complete. Now, I begin pressing down with the pencil and turning the lighter construction lines into a more finished line drawing. This is where I make decisions about the piece. I decide which lines need to stay, which lines can disappear, and which lines need to be emphasized. Watch as I continue developing the outlines and bringing the Wildstyle design together. For this section, I can relax and listen to some ASMR drawing and sound, but don't go anywhere. We still have more work to do on this piece. Stage 5, drawing the female graffiti character. Now let's move on to the female graffiti character. I begin with an oval shape for the head. The character will be drawn for a side view. Next, I divide the head into 3 sections and add a guideline through the middle to help to place the facial features. From there, I add the eye. From this character, the eye is stylized and larger than the realistic eye, giving the character more of a graffiti and illustrative look. Next, I draw the nose and lips, begin working on the hair. Keep the early drawing loose and light. There's no need to press down too hard while you are still working out the design. For the earrings, I use the Art Nouveau inspired element and give it my own twist. You can study different Art Nouveau shapes and decorative details, then experiment with incorporating them into your own character designs. Once I am satisfied with the sketch, I begin pressing down with the pencil, developing the final line and drawing. Stage 6, outlining and shading the graffiti character. Once I am satisfied with the character drawing, I am erase some of the construction lines to clean up the sketch. Now I can focus on the final outlines. I begin working on the eyes and continue developing the rest of the character. As I outline the drawing, I use a thick to thin line technique. Think of this approach almost like inking. By changing the weight of the pencil lines, I can get certain areas more emphasis and create a stronger, more dynamic drawing. Next, I begin shading. I start with a lighter value, then use a smudger to soften the smooth the graphite. After that, I return with the pencil and apply more pressure to create the darker values. Then I use a smudger again gradually blend the darker areas. I continue building the values step by step, especially in the hair, where I create deeper, darker areas to add contrast. If you want to learn more about line, weight, and shading, check out the other videos on comic book inking and shading the human figure. Stage 7, adding the final outlines with thick to thin method. Now it's time to bring the letters into their final form. I lightly erase the drawing so that the remaining construction lines are still visible but not too dark. Since this entire piece is done with pencil, I don't want unnecessary pencil lines competing with the final outlines. Then I begin applying the thick to thin method to each letter. Line weight can make a big difference in a pencil drawing. The thicker lines can add emphasis and visual strength, while thinner lines can help preserve detail and create variation. Watch I continue to drawing and refining the piece. You will also hear some ASMR drawing sounds during this section. Once the final outlines are complete, we will move on to the shading. Stage 8. Shading the block letters and shading the final details. Now we are ready to shade the block letters. I begin by adding the first value to the three-dimensional sections. The goal is to make it easy to distinguish the main character letters from the block letters behind them. After that, I add a darker shadow between the block letters to create more depth and separation. For the exterior areas around the name, I use a scribble technique, gradually moving from the darker values into the lighter ones. Finally, I add some extra details using circular templates. These are the simple additional design elements that fit into my personal style. This is where you can experiment. You can add your own details, patterns, shapes, and effects to give the finished piece your own identity. And that is the complete advanced Wildstyle Graffiti drawing Teresa, along with the female graffiti character, all created using pencil. Alright, so it's drawn by Louis named John, August 14, 26, of course that's me. This art for all the Teresas out there. This close-up side view of the chick, graffiti female character. Okay, Teresa. Alright, so this is the piece. Tell me what to think about it. Keep in mind that when your name doing the graffiti style, check out my link down below, my Insta shop. I go to Instagrams. So tell me if you like it, give it a like. Share your vids for all your friends around the world. It doesn't matter where you live. Make a comment if you have any questions. Subscribe to my channel. My name is Louis Tom. Thanks for watching.